Maldini. We're into it now. As you said, Footwiz win it, they are your champions. If PHZIN wins, we go back to the PlayStation for one final time in a deciding 5th match in the best of 5, which, to be honest, at this point, with how tight these games have been, that could be the case. It really is all to play for it in the FIFA ECLUBS World Cup. It will be ELS Torneos, PHZIN from left to right in this one. And once again, Vinny from right to left. The man that defended so well, didn't he, in that game earlier tonight. As you said, every single one of his players weren't just players, they're absolute warriors at the back, throwing themselves to every single tackle, and that's an incredible blocks.
PHZIN came out flying in that second match, but just couldn't penetrate the defence to get that goal. Is it going to be a similar attack sort of emphasised performance? If Vinny can get an early goal inside the first half, feels though the counter-attack is certainly on the cards for him then.
Looking to create the first chance of the game. PHZIN did not score when these two matched up earlier today. We haven't seen the best version of this play yet in the ECLUBS World Cup from what we've seen in previous tournaments. Will he be onside, R9? No, he won't.
When PHZIN's been in must-win games, we talk about qualifier number 1, qualifier number 2. The scorelines he won those games, 8-4 and 8-3 respectively. He has to score goals. Great chance here. Kylian Mbappe inside the box into Pele. Maldini strong at the back.
Vinny was just about in possession there. Did so well. Saw back-to-back scoop turns. The ball rolls was nice and flashy. The combinations were perfect. Watch the back post. Mbappe's there. Ronaldo's also in the box. There's the ball. Ronaldo hill to hill and squeezes it in. He's waited over 100 in-game minutes to score that one. Then PHZIN, 80 minutes on the clock, will get his team underway.
Huge goal for ELS Torneos in this Zone 5 final right here. Talk about a nerve settler. Who else would it be as well? CR7 in the final third. He just scores all the big goals. A beautiful heel-to-heel. And then shooting across the goalkeeper into that bottom left corner. Tucked it out of Schmeichel's reach.
Oh, what a ball. Is he onside? Mbappe! Oh. Went for the ball roll into the finesse.
Should have been a goal from Kylian Mbappe. It was a greatly sort of timed run. Great timed run, I should say. In behind. Chance again here with Pele.
What's the cutback? Superb defending, Bruno Fernandes. Involved in that one to get back. Chance to break forward on the flip side. That's what we've come to expect from this game and from South America in general. End-to-end FIFA. The most goals we've seen in the game has only been 2 throughout this best-of-5 process. We usually see more.
Over 2 legs, though.
Yeah, true. There has been some magnificent saves as well.
We could have had like a 3-3 if Schmeichel wasn't in goal.
Looking to build upon this. PHZIN. He wins this game. It's all in his teammates' hands to go and close out this Zone 5 final in the best of 5. Have to remember, from being 2-0 down in the series as well, Richard.
The reverse sweep, well and truly on the cards. If Vinny cannot register a goal in this game.
Still, plenty of time.
Oh, loads of time.
In the third play. So far, the only goal coming from PHZIN in the form of his Cristiano Ronaldo. You see him on the far sort of hand side now, looking to arc his run. Does get dispossessed, wins it well. Can he find a through ball when Mbappe's there? R9 also amongst those numbers going forward. Nicely composed at the back from Virgil van Dijk into Maldini. A simple ball roll. And able to gain the space he needed. Great ball forward. Has he broken the offside trap? No, he hasn't.
It's an early pause cued.
Ball's coming in from one of these two. Minutes before half-time. 1-0. Maybe an equaliser on the cards here. Mbappe into R9. Brilliant triangles into Pele. Just about keeps possession still. Can R9 twist his man? Mbappe can! And he'll find the back of the net to make this game all square.
What a goal from Vinny that is right there. I thought the chance had sort of gone when R9 with quite a wayward pass found his way back into the box, and then unbelievable composure in the final third. You see Pele fire it into R9, the back heel into Kylian Mbappe, to trust Mbappe as well after he's already missed a one-on-one chance on his left foot. To trust him to take that shot again shows not only remarkable composure, but also a huge level of sort of patience and trust in the player that you're using as well. Lots of reps being executed in practice with that team leader Mbappe, to know that that's the right angle where you can take a shot on his 4-star weak foot and find the back of the net.
In the 97, see with here Mbappe comes up clutch just before half-time to make this game all square. We often talk about it's that extra bit of skill, Rich, or that little bit of movement.
Could be a second.
When you get into the box, to pull away from that defender, to create the pocket of space. Often always seems to be the difference. There could be another chance for Vinny. Good idea with the touch. Back to R9, it will fall. Tries to play that one with his back to the player. Into Bruno Fernandes. Wasn't going to come out on that occasion. We have seen 2 goals and a half, which is quite a nice surprise for us, in all honesty.
There was a spell for about 3 minutes there at the end of that first half where both players just kept on giving the ball back to their opponents, and really even the players at the very top still lose possession, still feel the nerves. We're going to have a look at the goals from this first half in game number 4 in our best of 5 final. R9, beautiful back heel into Mbappe. He was expecting the one more pass to the player on the edge of the box. He just faked that, turned back on his left foot and fired the strike into the near post. Great finish from Kylian Mbappe to level up the tie, 1 apiece.
Yeah, well, as we said at this moment in the game, you know, we're 45 minutes away from potentially crowning a winner, or but setting up, as you said, that reverse sweep for ELS Torneos. We'll go back to the PlayStation if they were to win the game. All square at 1-1. 45 minutes to play. We'll have to see what will happen there. As you said, just a small technical difficulty. We'll get that game back as soon as we can. 45 minutes to play, Richard, as we touched upon. If Team FUTWIZ are to win, that is job done. We spoke about it briefly. First outing in South America. First time, you know, picking up some FIFA players from that region. I mean, even to get to the E-World Cup, to final 42, there was only 12 teams out of the 480 or so. Of course, that split across the 6 different zones that made it to the FIFA E-World Cup finals in itself. You've got to be over the moon just to get to the E-World Cup, FIFA E-World Cup, I should say.
I mean, incredibly. But then also you consider the position that they're in. 2-0 up, Team FUTWIZ, and then they lose that third game. Potentially that could be the swing game. We're now coming into the 4th match just after half-time, 1 apiece. Those scorelines, if you did miss them, first game between MH and Lugo, that was a penalty shootout victory for Team FUTWIZ. Game number 2, if you've not seen it, go back, do yourself the pleasure of watching Peter Schmeichel play. Arguably the best goalkeeper performance I've ever seen. We can have a look at the goals from game number 2 right here. It's the 1 goal for Vinny in this match. And you might be thinking, why they're playing again? Well, it's a best of 5 scenario, so both players minimum will play twice. Whoever played first, whether it was the Xbox or the PS player, in this particular scenario, the PlayStation player, they will play the 5th and final decisive match. Great composure showed by Vinny, and that was the one goal of the game. But Brandon, talk to me about this double save.
I mean, this was remarkable. Just sit back and watch. Saves one, somehow saves that. Off the shin pad, fingertips, face. I don't know where the ball ricocheted off. There was plenty more chances, we said, down the other end, but they just could not break him down. And the wall of Team FUTWIZ, the wall of Vinny, whatever you want to call it, in the end was able to stand strong and get that result on the board. Put them 2-0 in the game. All the pressure, you can't sort of think to the pressure that MH7 was feeling. I have to win that game to keep my team in the series. Able to win by a goal to nil. That's why we joked around saying we've seen 2 goals in 45 minutes. We're being spoilt right now of how good these games have been in terms of competitively, defensively. They've been really, really strong. We'll get that second half back underway as soon as we can in the game. It's all square at 1-1.
It was 1-0, but it could have been 5-0 on another day, in all honesty. I mean, it was one-way traffic for the entirety of that match. 9 shots, 7 on target compared to Team FUTWIZ Lugo. 1 shot, 1 on target in that matchup. So maybe the momentum's starting to shift a little bit. We'll just have to wait and see. We can have a look at those highlights actually from Game 3. The swing game, as we are calling it right here. Great cutback. And you're going to see a lot of this. Saves, blocks on the line, because it wasn't until deep in the second half he found the opening goal in this matchup. Ronaldo, a last goal away from his man. Schmeichel again, strong at the near post. Inside the second half, Pele striking at the near post. Schmeichel does his bit. This pass right here has to go across the box to R9. He went to shoot across the keeper. Schmeichel with another fantastic save. But this was the goal in the game. Cristiano Ronaldo, powerful strike across the goalkeeper, and you see what it meant to MH when that goal did go in to give them a win on the board. Yeah, we made the joke about it. When in doubt, just give it to Cristiano Ronaldo and he'll do the rest in the box, because that's how it felt at that time. You certainly felt like the pressure was mounting on sort of Team FUTWIZ, because they were creating all these chances, couldn't find a way through, could ELS, and eventually, as we said, Ronaldo, last 3 minutes left in that game, got that really important result on the board. Yeah, the ultimate big game player, Cristiano Ronaldo, right there, proving why he is in all these teams. Probably 100% conversion rate across every single player. Using Cristiano Ronaldo, fantastic. And you see the scores there once again. 3-1, that was the penalty shootout win, and look how tight it's been. 1-0 wins for each team, going either way. A penalty shootout in the first game, and the game that we're currently watching right now, 1 apiece. Yeah, as you said, we are going to give it a couple of minutes to get that game back underway. As soon as it's ready, we'll throw over to it. In the meantime, let's check in with Layla and Spencer to see how they're feeling about the game so far.
This entire time, I mean, tension has been the word throughout. Interesting to hear the casters talk about the momentum shifting a little bit. I almost think it's too early to say that, because it could shift all over again.
Well, obviously, when Torrijos took the lead, it was nicely poised for them to go and get that 5th game. But when FUTWIZ equalised it, you start to think, hang on, maybe FUTWIZ do want to finish this here. They don't want to go to a 5th game and get it done in 4. You know, it's going to be great to see when the action starts again, because we've seen 2 goals in a match as well, which we've only seen once before in this series, which is good to see. So hopefully we can have some more as well. I mean, that's the only thing I would say these matches are missing. I love the tightness and how close these are, and the fact that it could go to a 5th game. I've kind of bigged up the South American region a little bit at the top of the show for the action and the free-flowing attack. We haven't necessarily seen that, although it does feel to me like we've seen a lot more missed chances today. I don't know exactly what that's down to. It does. From the South American players, maybe it's the angles they're shooting from or whatnot, but I don't feel it's been a lack of opportunities. I think it's been a lack of prolificness in front of goal, if you like.
Could it be the pressure, you know, the situation?
Certainly, yeah. I mean, I'm only comparing it, I guess, to other games we've seen, which the pressure is all there for, right? Yeah. But, you know, these guys can obviously shut me up and go and score loads of goals and we'd all be happy, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Wouldn't we? But, yeah, I mean, it's been great. We can't argue that. From a neutral perspective, a 5th game would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Let's take a look at the goals that we did have. If you can walk us through your sentiments on these.
Yes, this is Torrijos on the line here with this. I'll be honest, I would never have shot from that angle. He had 2 bodies between him and the goal. I was really surprised to see it on the left foot, and it did squeeze in. But sometimes you've got to take the risk to get the reward. That was the equaliser there from FUTWIZ. Yeah, and sometimes I think people see goals like that go in, and they kind of are annoyed by them because they think there's a low percentage chance, and particularly at this level, it's all about playing to the maximum percentage possible. But then also, I think, actually, you know, fair play to him, because he's had a shot from that angle. That was a gamble. And sometimes they're going to pay off for you. So maybe you could argue the keeper could do better. But actually, if you look at that back, you'd see there was a couple of defenders between him and the player of the ball. His visibility in real life and in FIFA would be limited. So it'd be harder to save.
With the similarities in the team choices that you've shown us, and also how tight this has been throughout, it's really just a very brilliant matchup, this.
We couldn't have asked for a better final. Like I said, the only thing we could ask for is a little bit more on the goal side, but they're trying to get it. It's perhaps better matched than we thought it would be when we looked at the way these guys matched up on stats. But again, you've got to remember, so much of qualification was with different squads. The reason these squads are so similar now is because they've been given every player to choose from. And therefore, you're obviously going to choose mostly the same based on the best ratings in the game. That's not the case when these guys play previously in the qualifiers. When they had their own teams, there's a lot more subjectivity involved. So, I mean, that's maybe why we're seeing the kind of levels be equalised a bit.
Knowing the dangers, clearly they respect their opponent very much in the way that they're playing the game today. What would you be recommending they do now that when they come back now?
From a FUTWIZ perspective, you're seeing a 1-1. There's no pressure on you for this game. If it doesn't work out, that next game you're going to go back to. The only thing you have got to be aware of, obviously, is the console situation.
Yeah.
You know, we're playing on Xbox right now. Okay, if this goes against FUTWIZ, we're going to go to a 5th game. That goes back to PlayStation. Okay. Which player would you rather get this done for you? Of course, it sounds obvious. They're going to want to win it in 4 games if they can, right? Why would you opt to go to a 5th? But I'm thinking more about the way they approach the rest of this game. Because if you go out and attack, whilst you increase your chance of scoring a goal, you also open up your defence a little bit. The better strategy might be almost becoming a little, and it's not necessarily what the neutral wants to hear, but from a purely competitive angle, might be being a little bit more of a passenger in the game, giving up some possession and letting them make a mistake, if you feel like maybe you're better off on the next console anyway. Because this matchup, PHZIN versus Vinny, you could argue, again, on stats, Vinny is FUTWIZ's best player. But certainly, PHZIN isn't just ES Torio's best player in the continent now. So do you want to get this game out of the way as quickly as possible? And maybe if you take the loss, you feel more confident in the next one? Because if they were to go and attack this game, FUTWIZ, and they end up, let's say they lost 4, I don't think it's going to happen because these games haven't been that open, but let's say they lost 4-5-1, could knock their confidence. The momentum then means it's gone from 2-0 to 2-2. They're going to feel like the underdogs are getting that 5th game. There's so many things you've got to think about. I mean, a coach is just going to tell any player you'd like to think to win the game in front of them.
That's from a FUTWIZ perspective. What about from a Torneos perspective?
They have to win this game, so they haven't got a lot of options, have they? They went 1-0 up. They'll be annoyed that they gave away the equaliser, but they'll be looking to get it done as soon as they can. You know, get the pressure off.
The right player for the job right now.
Yeah, and I said it before, didn't I? If PHZIN can't win for them, then they can't be expected to win with MH7 because this is their man. He's their #1 man. No disrespect to MH7, still 27th in the continent, but they've got the joint first player, so he should be winning his games. You know, he did lose his first match, which was the reason they went down to 2-0 in this sequence. So he's got a little bit to do here, I think, to help his teammate. Would
you be making any changes to the team right now?
Well, again, if I'm FUTWIZ, I'm not too worried about this score right now. So maybe let's let the game play out a little bit, see what happens next. There's going to come a time, because we know that ELS Torres have to win the game. There's going to come a time when they're running out of time and they have to go more attacking, and that's going to open things up. That's maybe where the goals will come that we've been lacking in these earlier matches. But yeah, they'll know when that is. One thing I always think is sometimes if you're waiting for that moment to make that change, you're waiting. You might even have a pause cued. The ball might not go out for a while. And sometimes, let's say you decide to make that change and go more aggressive from the 70th minute, say, you might make the pause at the 70th minute, but the ball might not go out to the 80th, and suddenly you've only got 10 minutes to make that change. So I think, personally, in this scenario, it's better to go attacking early rather than leave it too late.
Fair enough. Well, we're going to go over to the casters and hear their thoughts as well.
Thank you very much, guys. And yeah, as we said, we'll get that action back underway as soon as we can. The storyline is, though, Vinny's still yet to lose a game in the E-Club World Cup since he's been here. And the fact he's beaten this man that we keep on hyping on about, joint #1 ranked on the Xbox rankings at the moment, that would have fueled him with confidence. On the flip side of PHZIN, he's like, I've got to prove something here. I've got to go and win this game to take it to that final game, as we've spoken about. The reverse sweep still maybe being a possibility here in the Zone 5 finals. But let's refresh ourselves, Rich, on how both of these teams even got to this stage, of course, in the grand final. Yeah,
just going off what you said there, he's #1. He needs to live up to that mantra. Do you know what I mean? You can't be #1 and not winning your games. You've only got 2 to win. You look at the groups here, 9 points from 4 matches for Torneios. Netshoes went to in 7, Group B 666. Group C, you saw SPQR and Medellin go through 9 points, and then in Group D it was MGCF and Team Footwiz going through in 2nd. Don't matter if you go through the groups 1st or 2nd, all that matters is that you do it in the knockouts. Yeah,
I mean, as you said, on top of that brief, only 5 points that they did get in that group. The end of the day, just get through the groups, finish in the top 2. That's all you got to do. This is how the knockouts went, though. We'll talk about ELS Torneios Online first. They played against TTB Esports. You can see how those games went. They needed 3 games in the quarters. Have a look at some of those goals that did go in there. It was end-to-end FIFA. This was the 3rd and final game, Richard, but they did get the job done in the end. They did indeed. You see they went 2-0 up early doors. TTB Esports got a couple of goals back. Rude Hullet there on half-time. He went 3-1 up. Carlos Alberto down this right-hand side. Just look for the cutback into CR7. First-time strike past the goalkeeper, but it was a little bit nervy viewing as TTB Esports, through Cristiano Ronaldo, got a goal back with 18 minutes left. 3 goals to 2. And we went on to the semi-finals right here for E-Liga Sul against SPQR. This was played yesterday. Cristiano Ronaldo into the back post. Pele with the goal. It was sort of one-way traffic in the end. They only did it in 2 matches. PHZIN 4-0 victory in this match. Best result we've seen from him. Best result we've seen from PHZIN, and we were crying out for a performance like this yesterday. That is a man oozing with confidence. That's how they got through on the top half of the bracket. Quarter-final and semi-final results, sorry. On the flip side, they did it in 2 in the quarter-finals, didn't they, Footwiz, against Medellin? Yeah, they did it in 2 matches. First game up, great finish there past the goalkeeper. Penalty came back down the other end with only 14 minutes left to play, but Team Footwiz didn't go quietly. 90th minute, R9 Ronaldo, first-time fake shot back into Ronaldo from the pass from Cruyff and rifled into the back of the net. And this was the semi-final against FC Basel. They lost the 2nd game, they won the 1st, and it went through to the 3rd and final decisive matchup where Vinny beat Spider-Kong. Yeah, mistake at the back. Hard done by there. You saw Spider-Kong on social media yesterday. It felt hard done by on that result. But credit where it's due to Vinny. Didn't beat him just once, beat him twice in the series. Really impressive result. As you said, a really tight game. Goalkeeper movement left Schmeichel in no man's land. And then this chance happened. Vinny loving those late clutches, those last-minute goals. R9 dancing, trickling his way through the box in the end. And that was their sort of run into the grand final. In the grand final, we're in a 4th game. We have to remind people at home, they did go 2-0 up in the game. The penalty shootout went on the PS4 for Lugo, and then a 1-0 win against, of course, PHZIN for Vinny. And then ELS Torneios did bite back. Just a quick moment there, Brandon. People often say, how do people get nervous? How can you tell nerves? Look at the scores of the games. 3-2, 3-2, PHZIN 4-0. Then you look at the final. That's what nerves looks like in a graphic right there. Penalty shootout, 1-0, 1-0, and a 1-1. And we're still not done. Those goals that were scored earlier in the tournament, where maybe less on the line if you went out there, I got top 8. Now you're in the final, you don't want to lose. Your palms get sweaty, you get a little bit more nervous, and in the attacking third, goals don't go in. No, they don't go in indeed, as we said. How does this break affect things as well? Because it was 1-1 in the game. I can't really recall who was on top. It was a pretty even game. First 45 minutes. We had about a minute played within the second half, so about 46-7 minutes we'll jump back into the game. We often talk about this a lot, how a break, as much as it's a 5-10 minute break, can affect things for both players. Some players play well off it, some players don't play so well off it. As you said, the storyline is Team Footwiz win this game. They will be your Zone 5 champions, $23,000 in their back pocket. On the flip side, for ELS Torneios, if they win, we go back to the PS4 again for a 3rd time, Richard. That would be one hell of a journey. Yeah, unbelievable. It'd be sort of the first time where we've seen that reverse sweep come in as well. If ELS Torneios was to be victorious, but we've still got 45 minutes left of FIFA to play. We've still got 2 top-level competitors, 1st versus 11th, I think you said, in the Global Series rankings, taking each other on. And Vinny's been right up there. We are joining the action live right now. Jumping inside the second half of game number 4 here. Yeah, 1-1 the scoreline. Team foot whiz. Just kicking from left to right in their traditional foot whiz strip. ELS. Tornillos on line, looking to defend that one. That's exactly what was able to happen. Someone whipped into the box, deep into the box it will go. Headed then back across and a chance to break forward.
You see this R9 Ronaldo coming forward right here. Into Kylian Mbappe, linking up to Bruno Fernandes. Pollitt and Bruno in that centre of midfield. Two incredible centre mids, box to box. Whatever, attacking or defending, they can do it. Pele, chance, squared across the box. Kylian Mbappe with a huge goal to send PHZIN into a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, perfect stuff and a perfect goal. That pass made everything happen. Pele able to square it back to Mbappe, who really has been the star of the show in this game. There may have been a break, there may have been a little stoppage in play. It's only taken about 9 minutes since the restart for us to see our first goal. It's gone to the team that need to win this game to try and complete this incredible story, this comeback story, which they could be so close to doing. It's going to be a corner. I should say a goal kick. I thought it was going to be a corner for a split second there. Big goal though. They're in the driving seat now.
Huge goal. I mean, also, you look at the complexion of this tie, completely turning over. Chance there for Mbappe. Ball bounced around the box. Schmeichel saves. If you're just joining us, the scoreline underneath that 2-1, that's the scoreline that you have to be concentrating on. The one inside the brackets. It's 2-1 right now. It's only a one-legged game of FIFA.
There's only 30 minutes left, as we said. Team foot whiz in possession now. Trailing by 2-1. Can they look to respond again? He's done it once already, Vinny. This would be the first game that he may have lost in this whole E-Club World Cup group and knockout phase, if PHZIN was to hold on to this lead or maybe find a third goal now. This will look to do with R9. Let's delay that one to bring in Cristiano Ronaldo. Well defended on the flip side for Vinny. Chance for him to come forward and break. R9 just offside. Nice couple of ball rolls from Bruno Fernandes. Does not buy him that time he was looking for.
Great challenge as well. Stepping out of the back. Aggressive defending from PHZIN. He wasn't dropping off. He was stepping forward to meet the attacking player.
Another 10 minutes near enough up. The tables have turned. Will it be a defensive masterclass from PHZIN in these last 20 minutes? Will he be able to hold on to this? Mbappe, can he pickpocket Virgil van Dijk? He does enough to deny that chance. As you can see, we're in leg 4. And we're about to go into leg 5 if PHZIN can hold on to this. The third goal would certainly do that. Pollitt, brilliant feet. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Can he find that through ball? That pocket of space he's looking for. Mbappe. Back to Ronaldo. Back to Mbappe. Ball around the goalkeeper. Can he dance around Schmeichel? Goes down to ground.
Could have been a penalty. As he went round the goalkeeper, I think he just got a fingertip on it. Did Schmeichel. But Vinny has to score.
One of the final chances of the game, potentially so. Hullit's in the box. Ronaldo, lovely directional nutmeg. Back to Mbappe. Brilliant block from Maldini. Just stretches out a left leg. Not proving to be enough. Mbappe could be off on the flip side. Brilliant ball. Did so well to disguise that pass. Ronaldo goes on his own, and Cristiano Ronaldo will certainly take us into a game 5.
PHZIN showing his class right here. We've been asking for it. Where's the PHZIN that is number 1? Didn't show that quality in the second game. But on the 4th match in this series, PHZIN showing why he is the top dog in South America.
As you said, this was the game. Vinny has not lost the game up to this point.
That'll be the last game he plays as well.
We've been waiting to have a same for PHZIN.
Yep.
That's why it's important he went out with a win. More so to ensure that his team still have a chance to be crowned Zone 5 winners in the FIFA Club World Cup. 11 minutes left in this one. The scoreline 3-1. ELS Sonios online. Could be on to make an incredible story if they were to go into that final game. That's the PS4 MH7. Wins that game, the reverse sweep is complete.
Still
2-0 down.
Still a little bit of time for Vinny. Don't count him out yet.
These lights scoring these sort of last moment goals, these last big clutch chances. Dance in the box, Mbappe looking for another one to solidify this result. Hullet does well, Hullet off the post, back to Hullet.
Okay,
now
you can count him out. Now you can count Vinny out.
And Vinny, the first game he may have lost, makes that 4-1 PHZIN. The last game we saw of his yesterday, he gave us a first-class result. The last game we're going to see him today, we're seeing a better performance where he's had to come out and play a lot better.
In this second half, just looks a completely different player. Looks rejuvenated, looks re-energised. 4-1 he leads against Footwiz Vinny, who will be putting the ball firmly in the hands of his teammate in MH7 to win the trophy. For Footwiz, it will be Lugo stepping up.
As I said, a must-win game. The break certainly worked in his favour, so it seemed, for PHZIN, the #1 ranked player on the Xbox. That's full time, and that means that we will be going to a 5th game in the series. PHZIN showing the class that we've been looking for and that consistency that we've been looking for so far in this tournament. It's all to play for now. We go back to the PlayStation for a 3rd and final time. You know, you look at these results in front of our own very eyes. Both players are beating each other. This is a really I mean, we knew it was going to be a competitive final, but this is such a hard one to call. They were ready to invite each other and get into a game.
They were ready for game 5, weren't they? You see live shots of the players right now waiting to get into that game. Just to catch you up, we'll be keeping up to date and we'll be catching up with this game from the 46th minute in game 4. That's live shots of Footwiz Vinny right there waiting to get into the match.
Smiles all round at the moment.
Pressure taken off the PlayStation players as well. We were saying that that's the game potentially. Back to the Xbox right now. PHZIN. If you were to paint a man who looks stressed, that is it.
He's also a player that's had an unbelievable start to this year. Another name, funny enough, that emerges from South America. Name after name. So it often seems on the Xbox or the PlayStation. I think he's just double taking a picture of that team to ensure he's using the right one. Here we go. Finally, we are going to be jumping into this game now. Footwiz.
4, 3, 2.
Up against ELS Sonios online. Winner books a spot, as we said.
For a second, I panicked. So I just saw Schmeichel in goal, but I did check that it's Team Footwiz.
Stop teasing us at home, Rich.
It's Team Footwiz in the top left corner, do not worry. And on the side of PHZIN, it is Van der Sar in goal. Just seeing confirmation. Here we go.
Here we go indeed. I said respect to both of these two for getting this game back underway. 46 minutes on the clock. We are in game number 4 in this best of 5. Team Footwiz win, kicking from left to right in the Team Footwiz strip. They will be your Zone 5 FIFA ECLUBS World Cup champions. PHZIN has to do it all over again. And as you said, this could be motivating for him to prove himself over again in these next 45 minutes.
Could be motivating for him to do it, could also be demotivating. I've already beat this person once. Do I really have to go and do it again? Well, yes, you do, PHZIN. If you want to be lifting the FIFA E-Club World Cup Zone 5 trophy aloft.
There we go, first touch on the ball for Edwin van der Sar.
I just had visions of him passing it straight to the striker there.
He did look like he was off his line for a split second, didn't he? Speaking of which, on the flip side, could look to be the first attack of this game for Vinny. His storyline has been that he has remained unbeaten throughout this whole torn process. He's only lost, sorry, he's not even lost the game. He's only drew one game. Look at the space! PHZIN could be through. Mbappe cuts it back. What's a block on the line again? This time Trent Alexander-Arnold still not dealt with. PHZIN trying to squeeze his way through. Virgil van Dijk does enough.
Trent Alexander-Arnold with an incredible block on the line. Unbelievable scenes. He's coming forward yet again, PHZIN.
And look at the amount of space he has got to exploit. Back to it. Another great block again by Maldini. And a chance to break forward. It just seems like he's so offensive at the moment. So open.
So open at the back. Both of these two look like they've just gone all-out attack to win this game.
Chance again. Oh no, and it's into the back of the net. PHZIN finally restores that lead. And after a quite an explosive start, 15 minutes played here, he's back in front 2-1. Look like ultra-offensive of some sort, maybe, unless I'm looking at the wrong.
They certainly are.
Yeah, there you go. Be all right. You said it right, coming out to score a goal, coming out to get in front.
Coming out to prove a point as well. Both players in the 4-4-2, Ronaldo and Mbappe up top, Cristiano Ronaldo and Pele out wide, just different positions on those two, and a back four identical, in fact. Both teams so similar. But the scoreline is different, and PHZIN leads 2-1.
I mean, after the goal line clearance, he was just sort of waiting, wasn't he? To get his chance on goal. He wants this 5th game for his team. Of course, his teammate, Vinny, needs to respond now. 2-1 down. For Team Foot wins. How good he's been throughout this process. We need to see the best performance from Vinny now. PHZIN in the driving seat. Alphonso Davies, acres of space to run into. This is nice into Mbappe. One more will conclude it, in all honesty. Back to Pele. One more across the goal. Well defended.
Again, just underneath his own crossbar. Corner whipped straight into the box. Ronaldo! Huge goal for PHZIN. 3-1 up with 20 minutes left to play.
And I think as much we'll go back into a pause and another change. There's 20 minutes left. It's been the perfect start to proceedings here for PHZIN.
It's come out flying, hasn't it, out the traps since that 46th minute. He's on one way, he's got one mode, and that's been attack, attack, attack. Cristiano Ronaldo. Schmeichel can't do a thing against it and sends him 3-1 up.
2 goals in 20 minutes. Never looked like such a task. This game. Brilliant ball down the line. Finds the fit of Cristiano. Can he get the ball in the box? Nice Directional nutmeg. Not the best touch back inside. In all honesty, was it?
It's been one-way traffic, Brandon, in all honesty. And that's been towards Vinny's goal.
Chance again, great idea, Hullet. Pen. Just gets bundled down to the ground. Long ball over the top, that one's flicked on, running race between Alphonso Davies and Pele. 15 minutes away, there is still time, but moments like that have got to be better from Vinny. Looks to pile the pressure on, he's R9, finds the comeback, there is a goal!
Huge goal for Vinny. 3 goals to 2 with 13 minutes left to play. Can Footwiz Vinny pull out a miracle?
He did so well, didn't he, R9? He was piling on the pressure. To get a goal back, I mean, we thought we were going into game 5. What we've played roughly about 32 minutes or so. There's been about 4 pauses.
They love a pause.
Constant changes of tactics and players and instructions as the game.
Well, it is all tactic changes as well, because they restarted the game with full stamina. So there's no fitness sort of going on here in terms of the players' stamina. Everyone's pretty much full or as close to full as possible, meaning that you can play team press from the start of the second half if you really wanted to.
Look at that press from Vinny on the word go. All that means is, though, there will be gaps in behind, and Vinny has to defend superbly well. Here's R9. Into Davies now. Chance. Vinny. R9. Can he find the comeback? Goes on his own. Back to R9. And out for a goal kick.
What a chance for Footwiz Vinny right there. Opened up on the finesse shot. Look at that press.
Look at the press. Van der Sar.
Good kick.
Does very well. Look at that ball into Bruno Fernandes. Brilliant pass. Mbappe, well read. Directional nutmeg falls back to the feet of the forward again. Poor pass from Vinny. Chance, Mbappe put the game to bed. Did enough on the tackle. Goes out for a goal kick. Back in possession for Vinny.
What a tackle that was. Last-ditch defending for Footwiz Vinny. And he will get one more chance to send us into extra time.
We'll have one more chance to get this ball forward. There it is. He's got Mbappe in support. Give it back to R9. Brilliant ball. Just well defended, in all honesty. Smash and grab FIFA between these two. 2 minutes left. Will there be one more attack? PHZIN at times been careless in possession. There's another prime example of it.
This is his moment. And it has to go now.
Just about a minute. He needs more options. He needs more bodies forward. Mbappe's there. R9's there as well. This could be the chance. Mbappe into R9. R9 to send us into extra time.
This man loves a late goal. Footwiz Vinny, 91st minute equaliser to send us into extra time.
And we didn't see it live, but I can assure you there was a huge vamos when that went into the back of the net. How about that one? Look at the reaction. And there it is. I could feel that from Brazil.
That is what it means. Huge emotion from Footwiz Vinny.
What did we say, though? PHZIN, careless in possession at times.
Sometimes you've got to go to the corner. You've got to waste that clock. You've got to wait for it to go down. Vinny, you said he didn't have many bodies going forward. He didn't need many bodies. Unbelievable finish to the game.
30 more minutes. Vinny wants to hold on to this unbeaten streak as well that he's got against this man in front of him. Footwiz win in extra time. They are your Zone 5 FIFA ECLUBS World Cup champions. PHZIN has to win to then take us into a Game 5. Please remember that.
Here we go.
Well, 30 more minutes to be played here. I mean, where this has become such an attacking game of FIFA, where players have pulled, you know, other players forward, you're going to see changes. There's one of them, Ronaldinho, on the flip side to Dan, on for Bruno Fernandes. Just those two have been made. PHZIN kicking from left to right in this one. He's looking to go back in front. Could this be the chance? Back to R9, off the post!
He's kept it in. What a chance that was for PHZIN. Cracking the post.
You expect him to find the back of the net there, you just do. It's moments like that that make you think. You're a FUTWIZ fan.
Is it your day?
Is it our day? Is it our tournament? Is this our championship? Here's R9, back inside to Bruno Fernandes. Superb again at the back.
I feel like he could have hit that when it fell into Bruno Fernandes. There was a lot of bodies in the way.
Another tackle defensively. Solid. Vinny is beat. Can he find R9 in a running race with Virgil van Dijk? He comes out on top on that one.
He looks so confident, does Vinny, right now.
He's the #1 ranked on the Xbox, PHZIN.
He's playing with emotion, he's playing with passion. He's FUTWIZ Vinny.
Pull it. Runs it out of play. Paul. From the Dutch icon, did well to get forward and involved in that attack. Wins the ball back, just to not get the bounce the right way. Does Vinny again. Strong in the tackle, wins it. Last 3 minutes of this first half. Look at Trent Alexander-Arnold every single time winning the ball back. Absolutely superb. Chance. Still away from danger. A minute of added time. This is one thing that we know about Vinny. He loves to strike in the dying moments. Is this one of them now? Into Ronaldo. CR7 turning, brilliant block from Virgil van Dijk. Still in the air. And that will do us for half time and extra time.
And breathe. 15 minutes remaining between PHZIN and FUTWIZ Vinny. It's been all FUTWIZ Vinny in this extra time period so far. PHZIN's not even able to get a foot on the ball.
It's the press. It's the press that Vinny has showed, with Trent especially. And guess what? Still got 15 minutes with a chance for a penalty shootout.
$15 minutes remaining. FUTWIZ Vinny, or will it be PHZIN sending us to a game 5? I mean, we all want a game 5 at this point, don't we?
Ramos comes onto the field with 15 minutes left. How about that one?
Good penalty taker.
We'll be up first. Chance for Vinny. Is there options in the box? Again, runs it out of play.
There will be one more chance in this extra time period.
Back. Again, rushes it with R9.
It's in.
What a ball that is. What a ball. A cheeky chip. R9! And PHZIN. Remarkable goal and an even better ball through.
He's been under the cosh this entire extra time period. The ball over the top, weighted perfectly, just sat up for R9. And a delicate lob over the top of the goalkeeper to send us potentially into that huge game 5 scenario.
Six minutes left. Has Vinny got a response? Brilliant goal. I mean, what a weighted through ball that was into R9. In a game that has left us guessing. Final chance for Vinny to send this to a penalty shootout. The lottery. Penalties from the spot might be needed. However, PHZIN just has to sit back and defend it. Can he find a way through, Vinny? As he has time and time again, loves a late goal. Good pass there. And that's PHZIN to send us into a fifth game, in all honesty. He's been asked questions of time and time again, and that will be confirmed. You see the celebration from him, because he had to keep his cool. And that's exactly what he did. That goal from R9, the ball, the finish. I don't know who that was with him, but he was absolutely loving that moment.
And you see the other side of the coin. FUTWI's Vinny, heartbroken. 4-3. PHZIN wins. Huge performance from PHZIN, setting us up for that all-important Game 5 that's going to be taking MH7 up against Lugo 07 Aledo. What a game that was. Game 4 wrapped up. Let's head
Final matchup. As you said, it was 2-0 to FUTWI's. They were 2 games up. Fair play to this team that, as you said, topped their conference, topped their group, and have continued to dominate
into our final game of the finals. Zone 5. It's been a marathon between these two. The question is, who will be finishing first? Illegal Sultaneros or Team FUTWI's Brazil?
Yeah, there might be 13 spots between them in the Global Series rankings, but don't look at that by any means with how tightly contested these two have been. For the 2 matches we've already seen, as we said, some serious money on the line for this one. You win it, $23,000 in your back pocket, alongside being crowned the Zone 5 champions in the FIFA Club World Cup. ELS Tour, Nios. Well, of course, picking from left to right in this one. An interesting save from Schmeichel.
Early cross whipped into the box right there. Inside the first sort of 6-7 minutes. You would argue the first goal in this game, a lot more than the Xbox legs, means more. With both players not really high scoring, not really expansive in the final third, certainly better defensively. Whoever can get that first goal on the board got a good opportunity of winning this title. Pele on the edge of the box.
As well, gives it back to Ullet and Bruno Fernandes. Drops the shoulder, Pele trying to find the right time to feed that ball into the box. What do we know about Lugo? He scored an early goal in the game when they played earlier. Oh, 9! Brilliant goal! 11 minutes into the time.
He said an early goal might be everything. 1-0 up in this final match of the day. Team FUTWI's Brazil. 1-0 to the good. And what a strike it was from R9 Ronaldo.
Did so well to sort of find a gap between 2 or 3 players there, didn't he? Dropped the shoulder, then cut back inside. And tucks in at the near post. Now they lead. Lugo. Toledo up by that goal to 0. Brilliant start in our final game in the best of 5 series here. No doubt we knew South America was going to be a competitive zone.
Maybe didn't expect like this though, no.
Maybe did not expect it was going to be like this game.
You see his stats there for the Club World Cup 2021. Lugo. Such a pivotal goal in this decisive match 5 right now. All the pressure on Lugo's shoulders. And he's 1-0 up.
Can't imagine how those two would have been feeling. Sitting in the background, watching all of that unfold in game number 4. Chance to come forward Sporting Gasol. Their PlayStation player in MH7. No way around the corner that time. Schmeichel able to pick up the pieces. Wins it back again.
It's a good win high up the pitch
What's
as well.
That run from Pele. Nearly found the through ball to it.
Again, he's won it high up the pitch.
He's got to take one of these chances though. Pele, lovely ball, chance, goal! That pass from R9.
Beautifully weighted pass right there. Stabbed through the heart of the defence and to the heart of all FUTWIZ fans out there. Pele with the goal. One apiece, and he gave it straight back from kick-off as well.
1-1, 30 minutes played. The game's so open and all to play for. It looks the better. Look at R9, he could be through. R9! On the volley. 2 goals in 5 minutes. And the game completely flipped on its head here.
I said he gave the ball away straight from kick-off, whipped into that near post. R9 Ronaldo with a huge finish. You see, that's the team FUTWIZ camp. Maybe a nod of appreciation. Live shots there from MH. But this ECLUBS Torneiros team. Talk about a turnaround. Incredible.
3 goals in 31 minutes. That's what we wanted to see from this game. More goals, more open style of attacking from these two. Seemed like since he conceded, it was a wake-up call. Brilliant ball on the volley. Tuck time so well. And now he's in the driving seat. Lugo Toledo has to come out and play.
It just shows how quickly games can ebb and flow. You can have the better of the play. You can feel like you're in pole position, and then out of nowhere 2 goals go in, and you might be conceding a third right now.
Especially when you've got the likes of Pele and R9 in the box. Ronaldo does well to recycle it back to it. Watch that run of Pele again. He'll tease it. Maybe not needing to play it. Didn't want to play it then. Massive run being made by Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was a very audacious ball to go through. Again, look at the space. Another long ball over the top that time. Waited perfectly well for Cristiano Ronaldo. Pulls away for just a simple cut back to Hullet. That one was slightly too forced. Into R9.
Good interception as well on the defensive end of Ruud Hullet. Making sure that he just got in there, got amongst it, turning the ball back over 14 FUTWIZ. And it's down this left-hand side where back post is on, the back post is on, Ronaldo! Tucking it in. You saw it opening up for that low-driven cross. And just before half-time, Team FUTWIZ level up this Zone 5 final match.
The exact type of goal that was scored just about 10 minutes ago. The cross into the volley. The 2 Ronaldo scoring, 1 down one end, it was the prime. R9 on the opposite end, it was the team of the year item. And the minute to spare in the 5th game in this series that's given us everything. We are still yet to understand which way this game is going to go or turn. So competitive. You're literally playing a half of FIFA for $23,000.
That is where we stand at half-time. Every single game has brought us to this point right now. 2 apiece with 45 minutes left to play.
I mean, wow. 45 minutes left. Let's talk about those 4 goals we saw in 45 minutes. First one went in, of course, from Lugo. Brilliant goal from R9.
Great dribbling around the box, couple of fake shots, and just opened up the space. That pass there from R9. Usually he's the goal scorer, but turning assister right there. But he did want to get on the score sheet, getting in front of his man, and just a volley past the goalkeeper. And a very similar goal with that low-driven cross. Cristiano Ronaldo getting past Alphonso Davies at the back post and just bundling it into the back of the net.
And straight back into the action in the second half here. Footwiz from left to right, as always, in that Footwiz strip. Of course, in the white and blue. It is E-League Assault. Tornadoes online. Their player in MH7. This is the final 45 minutes of this one. Will we need extra time? Will we need penalties? Still so long away from deciding that. We will be crowned this Zone 5 winner.
Is in.
Could be through. Play R9. Chance for MH7. Can he just find a way past Virgil van Dijk? Really well read at the back by Maldini.
Fantastic defending there. He didn't bite on any tackles. He sort of stood it up and then expected the turn back onto his left foot with R9 Ronaldo. Great defensive work from Lugo right there.
Chance. Can he cut it back to R9? Tried to. With a big boot of Virgil van Dijk just to block that one. Sure that any power in the shot was completely blocked and there's going to be no trouble to his goalkeeper's goal.
Como nascem as heroínas? Tudo começa com uma faísca, com a vontade de ocupar espaço que dizem não ser nosso. Quando vestimos nossas skins de heroína, nos tornamos imbatíveis, autênticas, heroínas do game. Acredite na sua skin de heroína. O Boticário, patrocinador oficial da Loud e das heroínas do game. Acompanhe os próximos capítulos do Boticário junto com as heroínas do game.
Tá, mas e o squad de vocês? Vem com o Vivo Fibra?
Lógico que vem com Vivo Fibra. A gente é pró.
Se o game vem com Vivo Fibra, vem com a internet preferida dos gamers.
Com o Nubank, você pode fazer compras no Pix e pagar com cartão de crédito. E ainda antecipar algum desejo fazendo empréstimo. Você tem tudo o que precisa no app. E N possibilidades na vida. Nubank, N possibilidades.
2/3, near enough gone. 2-2 the scoreline. With a 2-2 scenario in the best of 5 as well. One goal at this point to honestly win you this tournament.
Be a short one.
Looks to play it short. Ronaldo turns round. Mbappe also tries to spin on the ball and tries to pivot and find the right chance.
Still alive.
Pele bundled off. Shoulder to shoulder battle with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Final 30 minutes. Brilliant chance there for Mbappe. Just couldn't find what he was looking for though. And R9 will have a chance to run now. Down that byline. Look at the support in the middle. Pele's there. Can he find a pocket of space in the middle? Brilliant from Ronaldo. One more. What an awful touch.
What on earth is that touch from Ronaldo there? No control over the ball at all. And a big opportunity goes missing there for Team Footwiz. 64 minutes on the clock and a pause being cued here. We're going to look at what both players are playing in-game. It's a 4-2-3-1. Now into the substitutions for MH7. Looking like Pele going to be brought off for Ronaldinho. Eusebio as well for R9 Ronaldo.
And it will actually be a throw-in to Team Footwiz as well. From Ronaldo just sort of sticking out a toe. Got the bounce back his way in a very good position this. Eusebio. To Pele. Can he find the ongoing runner? Ronaldo again! It's got to be better from Team of the Year Ronaldo there.
He's up for the first time shot with Cristiano Ronaldo. No contact made on the ball at all. And another chance goes begging.
There's two in quick succession. An awful touch from CR7. And then that shot just didn't even register as he would have wanted it to. Should even register, let alone being on target. That could be a channel ball. Eusebio, fresh off the bench, the Portuguese icon, looks to drop the shoulder, a big tackle. Never a chance of that being a penalty. Won the ball fair and square. 20 minutes left. As I've said again and again, this goal will be the winning goal, you'd like to think.
What a pass.
Massive ball over the top. Is it too heavy, though, for Mbappe? Will he look to whip it into the box? Just about keeps it in. Wins a throw-in. Unfortunately not. Back the other way it goes. Still unsure.
That's a good press up from Mbappe. Just looking at the blue shirts here, there's a lot of bodies in the attacking sort of third of the pitch.
He turns it over. Could be a ball. Ronaldo! Too heavy.
Just running through to Peter Schmeichel right there. What a final this has been.
15 minutes left. 2-2 the scoreline. If we need extra time, we'll go there again. Or is there late drama? Ronaldinho for this league assault team. And then MH7, can he find the gap? Another great tackle. That time Maldini comes out.
So many bodies behind the ball when either player goes forward. Everyone's got to beat 3-4 players in the final third to get a good shot on goal and a good chance registered. Final 10 minutes. Will we have a winning goal?
We're seeing here from Lugo as he's trying to take the sting out of the game. He's been up against this really hard press of MH7. Passes like that from R9, I think would be so simple. Not the case. Imagine this, 90th minute winner for the Zone 5 title in South America. Potentially that could be the case.
It's been a region full of 90th minute goals. Basel yesterday, Vinny yesterday, Vinny today as well. 90th minute goal is what this Zone 5 region have been built upon. It would only be fitting.
Davies, Ronaldinho, brilliant ball that is. Eusebio now. This could be the chance for MH7. Can't find it again. Literally, Virgil van Dijk and Maldini in sync at the back.
Incredible. Every single time he's looked for that through ball, he's looked for that pass to give him the chance on goal. There's been a body in the way, long one over the top. Davies deals with it, and that will take us into extra time.
We're not done yet. 5 games. We still need more FIFA. Extra time now between these two. 2-2 the scoreline.
Look how even it's been. 4 shots, 4 shots for each player, 2 on target. Possession pretty much even as well, 49 and 51%. Nothing to separate these two at all, and that is how it stands. Even Stevens in Game 5 in our best of 5.
And the third time that these two have played against each other. This is the third time we've been back on the PlayStation. We started on the PS. Lugo won on penalties. Third game they rematched again. It finished 1-0. Of course, this has been the most high-scoring game from these two players. A brilliant game. And extra time will be needed, as it was in the last game over on the Xbox that we did see between PHZIN and Vinny. Difference is 30 more minutes to conclude the game, to find out who will be walking away with this Zone 5 title. And all that prize money in their back pocket. Smart change. 2 of them. Ramos and Neymar. Onto the field for Team Forwards. Late changes too.
He's been a big advocate for that Sergio Ramos coming on and sort of shoring up at the back. Also, when you make substitutions, they're the first penalty takers that step up to the mark. Ramos, a very established penalty taker if it does go to spot kicks.
First half underway. League assault Torneos on the first attack, if they'll be able to find a way through. Got Ronaldinho, Bruno Fernandes and Eusebio. We're just teeing up a run. Teeing up a chance. Brilliant ball. Bruno Fernandes! Could that be the winner for this side that could be on for the most remarkable sweep? The reverse sweep from being 2-0 down in games in this best of 5 to completely flipping on his head, Richard Buckley.
What a player Bruno Fernandes is. The perfect centre mid, popping up at the perfect time for ECLUBS. Smashing it home into the near post. And again, the pressure piled back on Footways to make something of this game.
They have to respond. Simple as that. Mbappe, heel to heel, back to back. Quite an interesting cross there. On the outside of the boot. On the weak foot of Alphonso Davies wins a corner. That one into Cristiano Ronaldo. Heads it down into danger. Ronaldinho, of all players, back defending. Still, 3 minutes left of this first half in extra time. Footways. And Lugo looking for a way back into it. So the decoy run of Hood, it wasn't used. Chance to break away now. He's got Ronaldo. Teasing the run. Eusebio's there. Mbappe, Bruno Fernandes. He could also be off. Finds back Ronaldinho. And wins a corner. Last chance of the half in extra time. Watch out for Ronaldo in that box. Going to be played short. Eusebio, feet of Ronaldo, gets it back to Eusebio again, wants to squeeze it into Ronaldinho. That will do us for half time in extra time.
I think he could have turned and shot with Cristiano Ronaldo when the ball came into him inside the box there. I think near post might have been open before he gave it back to Eusebio. Again, you see the stats. Real tight in the statistical apartment, but the only stat that matters is the goals. And that is ECLUBS leading 3-2.
Of course, look at the POV of the man that's in control in this game. What do you do? You've got 15 minutes left. You're up by a 1-0. Score again?
Yeah, I think that's what you've got to do. You can't necessarily play too defensive. The press is going to be unbelievable from Footways Lugo, but with bodies going forward, it means a lot of room in behind that defence, where there's going to be opportunities coming up. That is where you hit him. Potentially get a 4th goal and wrap up Zone 5 FIFA 21 ECLUBS World Cup in your favour and win it for your team.
They're 15 minutes away from doing so. No doubt the most impressive story in the zone finals we've seen. We've seen 3 of them today. Middle East and Africa, Oceania and South America. 3-2 up, 15 minutes away from completing this incredible reverse sweep. 2-0 down in games they were. With their back against the wall, this would definitely solidify. Ronaldo could be in space. Can he find him? Chance with the ball across, goes on his own.
You have to pass that. Ronaldo is in acres. He's passed through Hully. Just square the ball to him.
This could be another chance. Look at the amount of blue and white shirts. We're in that box. Bruno Fernandes, you've got Eusebio. Mbappe's also at the back post. No doubt that ball could have been played earlier. It should have been played earlier.
Another chance.
Chance though will still fall back to him. This is MH7. He's in control. He's up by 3-2. Could this be the chance to put the game to bed? Looks for the cut back. Eusebio off his line. Collects the ball well. To get the ball forward. Feels like this has got a penalty shootout in it.
For that to happen, there's got to be a goal. We need to see Footways do something in the final third, and this could be the chance.
A great idea, wasn't it? From Arne into Mbappe. Still has got possession, Lugo. Can he find R9 round the corner? Alphonso Davies. Trying to
Last chance.
work in the ball. I mean, talk about nerves. Talk about big match moments. This is one of them. Everything has to be perfect. If there was to be a penalty shootout now, into the box it will go, punched away, back into possession maybe. No, that will do us. And the reverse sweep will be concluded. We apologise for the fuzzy webcam images here, but he's off his feet, he's celebrating. They've just completed the reverse sweep. They were 2-0 down in games, Richard, to Team FUTWIZ. They've come back when they had their backs against the wall, when many people wrote them off. And the duo of MH7 and PHZIN have just completed this incredible turnaround.
What a turnaround, and that is your winner. E-Liga Sol Tornados with the victory. Incredible scenes, 2-0 down in games, turning it around. What a performance, what a team, and what a win.
I mean, they came in, as you said, they topped their conference, they topped their group, but didn't look so convincing in knockout football. I mean, if that's how you want to play, go down 2-0, win a best of 5, then that wakes you up. But there's not many teams that play like that. But what an incredible grand final. That, no doubt, the best zone final we've seen so far here in the FIFA Club World Cup. Commiserations to that team of Lugo. And on the flip side for Vinny, they provided some incredibly entertaining FIFA.
They absolutely did. It was an unbelievable match right there from both players. Back and forth, end to end, penalties, late goals, extra time. It literally had everything from start to finish. Investment levels to 1,000 from everybody who was watching right there. We went through the ringer with the players as well. Literally from minute 1 to minute whatever it was, about 470. Ridiculous games.
Incredible games, as we said. Congratulations to that team of ELS Tornados. They have just put themselves, of course, that champion spot in this incredible, difficult zone in Zone 5. Only 12 teams made it to the FIFA E Club World Cup Grand Final. They are the team that stands the strongest out of those 12 names. $23,000 in their back pocket, and the third name to be a zonal winner, a zonal champion, you will say. That is how it concluded, Richard. It needed a 5-part series drama to conclude it. And wow, extra time, penalty shootouts, we did everything in it.
5.5 parts when you look back at that game, but ELS Tornados will be victorious. They'll be joining.
It's what the club day of action, 5-part just match up. It was mental.
Absolutely mental. I mean, that was eventful, wasn't it? We had penalties, we had drama, it was really intense, and we have a new Zone 5 champions in ELS Tornados.